It has been almost 2.5 months since I started doing YouTube videos, and right now I have over 119 videos on my uplink with my YouTube channel. Just one day at a time, one day at a time, and so forth. It's been an incredible testimony to, if you set your mind on doing something, you'll be able to do it. And for me, it was the 5th of January this year, 2025, when I decided I'm going to do this. No knowledge on how to edit, no knowledge of anything else. And I am yet to do some production for additional content into my video, like music from the Pacific, the drumming site, and all of that. That's forthcoming. But by the end of this month, I should be able to do that. But in the meantime, my comfort and my sense of accomplishment has been greatly reinforced by talking to some friends. Yesterday I had two conversations, one with a friend from New Zealand who started the whole ministry of scriptures in song. He put scriptures into songs and wrote music. And I was very new in the faith when their ministry exploded into the Pacific, and all of the churches were singing these verses of scriptures in songs. And so it helped people remember the scripture, but it is in a form of a song, which can be a very useful thing for people to remember something if they put it into a music form. So I was talking to him yesterday, and we haven't seen each other for many, many years. And he was asking me on what I'm doing. So I said to him, I started in January, doing YouTube. And he said, so how is it going? I said, well, not bad. I have uploaded 117 videos, and I have reached 17,000 viewers, and the subscribers are coming along. But what's more important is my comfort level has been greatly enhanced. And I realized that what I had in mind when I first started with the idea of YouTube as a platform is being reinforced every day. I'm finding more ease to do a video and to put some of the practical application of what they teach about. I'm also aware that some of the things that I am watching, last month I decided I'm watching too much training on YouTube, because sometimes some trainer will say this, some trainers will say this, and then you're in the middle confused. So I realized that everybody has a good input to give based on their experience. But with YouTube, you get some instructions from each of them, and then you work it, because the premise that I paste everything on YouTube, that I talk to my friends about it, and I have used it for my own recalibrating, is I heard the interview of the CEO of YouTube, and he talked about YouTube being the platform to create as much platform for you to do, but they're expecting you to be really you. That's why it's called YouTube. You and your content, the things that you think that are important, the stories that you have. And then the other side of this, I realized that, as I mentioned before, I'm 73 years old, double amputee, open heart surgery, all within the last 4 years. And it's been a real challenge to figure out what I do. But I realized when I was studying YouTube last year, the 3 months of last year, I began to realize that the question I needed to ask myself is, how valuable is this? Is it worth my time? And well, I asked myself, are you worthy of putting time into something like this and having the chance to share the experience? Because at 70 years old, I got a decade of my 60s, a decade of my 50s, a decade of my 40s, a decade of my 30s. All that those decades of 10 years each is loaded with experiences and where I have been able to travel the world and created new things, help new people, serve other people, which is the fundamental of being at the forefront of my whole experience over my life, is my relationship with God, that I want to serve. I want to offer what I have to bless and hopefully to impact somebody, encourage them to do what is in their hearts to do. So I've done that. I have enjoyed the opportunity of producing videos. Sometimes I upload 2 videos or 3 videos, sometimes 4 videos per day. And this is the second video, and it's a wonderful experience. And I've also had the chance of calling my friends who I used to work with in the past and solicit their feelings about this, because some of them have known about YouTube as a part of social media, but they have never looked at it seriously with the idea of engaging and how does that enhance their life and what they can do to make YouTube a tool to help others. I talked to 4 people last month, and some of them are entertaining the idea of doing YouTube, and I hope they do. And I talked to another friend last night, who owns a recording studio in Honolulu, and because part of what I want to do next is to incorporate part of my experience in my 30s and 40s and 50s. I was heavily involved in the music side of the cultures. I was involved in producing luau's in Hawaii and production teams that travel around the world. I was involved in going to places like China and Taiwan, which happens to be the next phase of my shorts that I do call the Adventures In. And that will be different places like Taiwan, like Beijing in China, like Budapest in Europe, somewhere in Singapore and Malaysia. All of those places that I have had a personal experience of interacting with people there and exposed to the things that I never thought that they have. Like my video with the adventure in Korea, where I was surprised at how a reserve culture like the Korean people, when we got to the bathhouse, you can make sure you go to watch that short 3-minute video on the outrageous adventure in Korea. It will tell you about that. So, but in the meantime, for this month, March, it is my goal to reach 300 subscribers. YouTube has given me, every week they send me a data on the people who watch my video and the people who subscribe. And they said 21% of the people who watch my video register and subscribe. So that means 71% of you who watch my videos may enjoy it, but you have not thought or have not felt the pressure to be invited to please subscribe to my video. So can you please do that? And it would greatly be appreciated. Subscribe, like, and share the video with your friends. And my goal is to be an encouragement to you, to bring courage to you, that if I can do without any experience on the technical side, no edit background, no edit experience, I am working on that right now. And all I know is to turn my telephone on with the video, and then I speak and I talk. Now that's the part that's very important, because what does a 73-year-old double amputee do. I don't have that much movement. I started putting my two legs together last week, and I was able to walk in practice, but I couldn't walk in practice because they need to refit the leg again. So I'm going in this week to have my prosthetic eye to readjust the leg on my new one so that I can walk and have the opportunity to balance and walk freely. By the way, this is Susana Leao, by the way, if I haven't introduced myself, but thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, and we'll see you another time. Come back and visit. Bye-bye for now.